cancer at the right time and killed him, so shall they do to you if we don't get you first. I want you to understand the reason why I hate you now more than anybody else in the world. Do you know why I despise you now? Because you are trying to divide the children of God. Ruwa tried it and was killed. Anybody who tries it will die. If you try it, you will die. Cancer, that's his name. N-W-A-I-W-A. What the son of a they call it when or we were. What you could became what you as I told you, Okino, man for Okino. ones urumu ala urumu krushi urumu adolu omo adaolu, the children of the only surviving daughter. When they came from Arochukwu, they took everybody into slavery. Only one woman survived. Only one survived. And she gave birth to children. They named the place Omo Ada Olu, the children of the only daughter. The land of God. And you idiots want to divide it. The land of God itself. You want to divide the children of God to allow uncircumcised vandals to come in to possess a land that God gave to our ancestors. Omo Ada Olu, the children of the only surviving daughter. Ada Olu, the only daughter they had. Why do you think I said that GOVT will be the capital of Biafra land? But of course now ENEMITY is making a very strong case for it. Did we ever know that Igbo land started from even Benin City itself? We never knew. Because God said, I will, when the time comes, if you come back to me after our 2015 atonement prayer, if you abandon every other God, including the one the white man brought to you, and face me, and only me, then nobody answers where Jesus will come from. Do you answer where Jesus? I'm asking you a question. Or one Muhammad? Is that your name? Is your name one Muhammad or one Jesus? You answer Wachuku, the Son of God of heaven and earth. This is maybe. In 2015, I prayed, and I will release that very clip today. Listen to it. All of you claiming you are from Niger Delta, listen to the atonement. God said, anytime you come back to me, I will bring all of you back together again from where you come from, including Igbo land. I will teach you in the spirit the history of Oba and Idu. That place is Idu land. Idu land. They call it Idu. Ubiaja, they call Asian. Igbo people. I-G-B-O. Igbo. Why haven't you thought about this before? They divide you to conquer you. When Kesrewa thought that he was doing that thing, they became autonomous. He was the most educated man there. They became autonomous. He never told Ogoni people. I went to school with Igbo people. If at all he claims he's not Igbo anymore. The scholarship that I went to school with was given to me by an Igbo man. Are you listening? Oh dear. Who built GOVT? I want people to go and, do you know that Shell was in Owerri? Shell was in Owerri. And the Igbo, they had sense in those days, intelligent men. Hey! May Elohim bless them. Igbo State Union. Before the war, they were an authority unto themselves. You pack your bags from Omuahia, you travel to Zaria. Upon getting to Zaria, you speak Igbo. Awasa will take you to an Igbo man's house, and they will take you to their chairman, and they will give you where to sleep. And by the next day, you start work. When I think of Igbo land before the war, tears come to my eyes. I'm telling you. The mere fact that you are in Bauchi and you speak Igbo, every Igbo person around there is your brother and your sister. If they're older than you, they are your uncles. You call them dead. If they are the age of your father, you call them father. Let me tell you what happened in America. I was in the US. I think it was early this year or was it last year? I can't remember anymore. Somebody should tell me, but it was early this year. I was in the US. I was in a town hall meeting in Chicago. And a girl came to me, we were taking pictures. And a girl came to me and said, and I said to them, why don't you marry each other in America? Why don't you organize a ball? Once you leave college, they organize a ball for all of you Biafran people to meet together, and then your sons will meet your daughters and you can intermarry. One of them came to me and said to me, she didn't know what she said to me, uncle, do you know the problem we had? Why we never intermarried or married each other? And I said, no. She said to me, because when we were growing up, our parents will introduce the fathers and the mothers of the people we are supposed to marry as our uncles and our aunties. Do you understand? You know the way we are. In England, once you speak Hebrew, to Nemeka and then Nabikem, this is your uncle. That's where we are. And we didn't know that these kids, they had it in their brain. I cannot go and date the child of my uncle or my aunt, although they're not from the same village. And so she said to me that the problem is from our parents. They introduced us to everybody as our uncle and our aunt. And I said to her, that is how we are as a people. If I leave Omwahia and I travel to Ngwaland in Aba, every Omwahia person is my brother and my sister. Now, if I leave Ongwao and I travel to say Ondo State, every Igbo person in Ondo State is my brother and my sister and my uncle and my father and my mother. That is the way we are as a people. It doesn't mean you cannot marry them. She was shocked. And yes, that is what we do. If you see somebody in those, I remember my own aunt, Doka Modo, married in Mbise when my younger brother was born. My own aunt, my father's immediate younger sister. When I said I was in Aba, I was with her when I was going to primary school in Aba. Helen is her name. My aunt. My aunt will say to me, please, there were we were staying at Abai Omocham then. I went to go and see them from government college. I went to on a weekend. She said to me, take this thing and go and give to my sister. And I asked her, who's that your sister? She said, that's Ubakala woman there. Ubakala is not Tibeku. I don't know who the woman is. But because she is from Omaha, living in Aba, she became my aunt automatically. And in America, they're saying, how can I then go and marry my aunt's child? That means that boy is my relative. So they saw all of the reason why we don't intermarry in America or marry each other as much as we should is because we see everybody as one family. This is what Nweke is trying to bring division into. This was what Kesrewa tried and failed and lost his life in the process. Have you seen Jews? Anywhere you go to, they say, oh, they cooperate, they're always together, they live together, they do this together. And the only thing is that they marry one another. We don't. We do not marry one another. We don't marry each other. We need to marry each other. We need to marry each other more. Do you know Margaret Airport, where she comes from? The one that they named Calabar Airport after. Margaret Airport is from Nnewi, but she married a man, an Efik man. Airport. Are you aware of that? The regard I have for P2B is because the wife is from Cross River State. We need to intermarry more. We are all one people. It's just like somebody from Samaria marrying somebody from Judea. The language may be different. Some of you do not know that in Israel, you have many languages. Do you know that? The same way you have Ogoni in our, you have a song of Kolokoma, as they say, you have a Fig language, you have a Bibio. Do you know that even in Israel, one people created, they all descended from Jacob. They have now, listen, people don't know anything. No. They have Hebrew. They have Yiddish. Are you aware of that? There's a language called Yiddish. They have the Hebrew language, they have Yiddish. And for some of you saying, oh, but in Bini, they speak a different language. Now let me shock you. I want to surprise all of you. Do you know that Hebrew language is new? It was written by one man, I forgot his name, go and Google it. Hebrew language was written to unite all the dialects of the ancient tribes of Israel. Do you know that in those days, somebody who is from Judea spoke a different language from somebody who is from Samaria? Are you aware of that? But they are all Israelites. Are you aware? Are you aware? I'm asking you. So having different languages, maybe from Benin to Ogoja, from Ogoja to Oron, doesn't mean you are not one people. That was why a man, let me actually Google it, how the history of the Hebrew language. Because there is a language also called Aramaic that they spoke when Jesus was on earth. Aramaic, they have Hebrew, they have Yiddish. Let me see if I can actually do it myself. Whilst we're still, I don't know what came over me this morning to preach this gospel. I have no idea. It's wicked, and because of what Chibika Meji said. You are not pursuing Fulani killers and headsmen. You are pursuing your own brothers, that the Fulani headsmen may kill them. Let me try and see if I can get it. The history of the Hebrew language. People don't know anything. The history of Hebrew language. Hebrew language. Yes, I think the man's name is Angel Sainz Badilos. Let me also check, please, to make sure a man created it, joining all the languages. Of course, a history of the Hebrew language is a comprehensive description of Hebrew from its Semitic origins and the earliest settlement of Israelite tribes in Canaan to the present day. What the man did was to bring up, his name is Angel Sainz Badilos, I think it is. The history of the Hebrew language. Go and read it up. You will see it. One man created it. One man created the Hebrew language. What he did is to avoid trouble. Somebody was asking me, if you get Biafra, what language are you going to speak? And I said, when we get Biafra, we are going to get a panel of linguists from every clan, from every tribe, from every dialect. They will sit down with
Good morning, Biafrans. Good morning from here. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much for being part of this broadcast today. Welcome, welcome. As you join us, please share, subscribe to our channel, like and share, and subscribe to our channel. Very, very, very important. As you all can see, I'm in the working place. I'm not in the studio. So, we have to be multitasking. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciation to every one of you. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. Good morning from here, Chukuma. Biafra Free Energy Tech. Good morning, my comrades. Anywhere that you are watching from, please share and share. Anywhere you are watching from, share and share. Appreciation goes to our leader Mazen Nandekano. Appreciation goes to our first Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpanjoko, as well. Appreciation goes to our leaders, eternal leader Udumego Ojukwu, and our leaders, Philip Effiong. And I want to extend my appreciation to each and every one of you. Each and every one of you that is part and parcel of Brgie. If you are among those supporting Biafran Republic government in exile, our government that is really fighting for our freedom, I want to appreciate you. If you are one of those who are enemies of Biafra, if you are enemy of our freedom, I want you to know that your days are numbers. The enemies of Biafra, the enemies of Biafra are numerous.
Apology, no fear.
The enemies of Biafra are numerous. The enemies of our freedom are numerous.
That is, I am. My name is Mujahid. He who carries out jihad. That's what it means in Arabic. That's the name I adopted. Listen to me very well. I'm an Islamist. Yes, I am. I'm a Muslim. Yes, I am. No apology, no fear. That is, I am. My name is Mujahid. He who carries out jihad. That's what it means in Arabic. That's the name I adopted. Listen to me very well. I'm an Islam.
You listen to our leader, Mazen Nandekano. In that broadcast of our leader was telling you about the atrocities of Nwike, who say he's not Igbo, but his name is Igbo. The atrocities of Nwike at Igbo. because of his position in Nigeria, because of his political interest in Nigeria, Wike was used to kill a lot of Biafran people. Wike was also used to try to see if Biafra would be stopped. Wike was used as well to see if Biafran restoration would die a natural death. The Nigerian government funded Wike. The Nigerian government made a lot of promises to Wike for becoming a governor or for to have a vice presidential slot in Nigeria. Wike has to kill a lot of Biafrans. At the end of the day, families were destroyed, properties were destroyed. But one thing is certain, the lives of Biafrans that died as a result of Wike's atrocities, their blood will be demanded in his hands. And Wike can never have peace. Biafra comes and he can never be peaceful. He wouldn't have peace in his life. We remember what happened to Biafra and Ifeajuna. Everybody that have stood against Biafran restoration project is one way or the other cursed. Yes, because Biafra is an ordained project. Biafra is God's kingdom on this very planet Earth. And anybody that comes to fight against Biafra is fighting against God. And you know there is no way you can fight against God and win. Biafra and Ifeajuna between 1967 to 1970 fought against Biafra. And today, where are they? Their names, their families, their family names are going into oblivion. Nobody talks about them for good because of the atrocity that they committed as a result of Biafra. The same thing applies to everybody, every person that stands in one way or the other to talk against Biafra or to fight against Biafra. They must one way or the other have problem either in their political career or in their lives. One way or the other, everybody that has stood against Biafra is a cursed man or a cursed woman. So, if you are a Biafran, the best thing for you to do, if you don't want the wrath of Chukwu Okike Abiama to be upon you, if you don't want the gods of the land to fight against you, if you don't want the blood of innocent Biafran women and children that died as a result of Biafra to be upon your head, you better go inside your closet and keep your mouth shut. You better not do anything, either by actions or words, that is inimical to the freedom of the Biafran nation. So you better go and hide your face. Otherwise, once you come out to show that you want to fight against our freedom, or you do anything to destroy the plans of Biafrans to have your freedom, I want you to know that you are a cursed man. This man that you see here is Asari Dokubo. Asari Dokubo is from the coastal region of Biafra. He is a Biafran. Asari Dokubo parents were Biafrans. He is also a Biafran. But Nigeria has overwhelmed him. The corruption in Nigeria was something that the enemies of Biafra has embraced. And once the Nigerian government sees that you love money, you can betray your people, they will give you one position or the other. They will give you money so that they can see how much you can fight against your people. This is Asari Dokubo. Asari Dokubo is a Biafran. His father was never a Muslim. His father was never a jihadist. His father is a Biafran. But today, I believe if his father is not a Christian, his father is a traditionalist. Believe in the tradition. But today, because of position and money, Asari Dokubo is now fighting against what his father stood for. He's now fighting against Biafra. And once you come against Biafra, you are a cursed man, because you will be speaking from two sides of your mouth, because the gods will always work against you. In this video, you can see or hear Asari Dokubo admitting that he is a Muslim, that he is a jihadist. And you ask yourself, what is a jihadist doing in a territory that is known for Christians or Christianity? You ask yourself, how will a Biafran, what made a Biafran, what motivated him or what forced him into jihad? And I want to let you know, the only thing that forced Asari Dokubo into jihad is money. The only thing that forced him into jihad is position, to acquire wealth at the expense of his brothers and at the expense of his relations, his community, his inheritance, and his heritage. Because of the quest for money and Nigerian government hatred for Biafra, they now bought Asari Dokubo over. And Asari Dokubo was given a contract to fight against Biafran restoration. You all heard when he talked against Biafran restoration. You also heard about when he talked against Maazin Nnamdi Kanu. He stand on Biafra. He also fought against Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. So the bottom line is that Asari Dokubo is anti-Biafra. And everybody that comes against Biafran Restoration Project is cursed. So I want to let you know that Asari Dokubo is a cursed man. And I want you to listen to what he has to say. He is so proud of what he's doing that he's not afraid to kill as a Fulani man.
That is, my name is Mujahid. He who carries out jihad. That's what it means in Arabic. That's the name I adopted. Listen to me very well. I'm an Islamist. Yes, I am. I'm a Muslim. Yes, I am. No apology. No fear.
You have heard him. He's a Muslim. Yes, he is. He's a jihadist. Yes, he is. He's a killer. Yes, he is. He is so proud to tell you that he is a killer. He's so proud to tell you that he is a jihadist. He said he's not going to mince words. He's not going to hide his position. He's not going to hide his position. And you know his position.
Asari Dokubo's viral admission sparks outrage over alleged jihad. I am a jihadist. No apologies. Asari Dokubo's viral admission sparks outrage over alleged jihadist militia operations in Southeast. The recent viral declarations by Mujahid Asari Dokubo, proudly embracing his identity as a jihadist and Islamist without apology, have ignited fresh scrutiny amid long-standing allegations from Southeastern groups that he was contracted by the Buhari administration to orchestrate jihadist-style operations in the region. These claims, echoed by figures like Lolo Neka Chimezie, paint a picture of Dokubo as a key player in a shadowy campaign of violence aimed at destabilizing Igbo communities, discrediting self-determination movements like the indigenous people of Biafra, IPO. I am a Muslim. I am a jihadist. There's nothing wrong being a jihadist. Islam commanded me to carry out jihad, so I am a jihadist. He elaborates on his name, Mujahid, meaning one who carries out jihad in Arabic, rejecting the terrorist label while owning jihadist and Islamist unapologetically. I'm proud of it. No apology. This rhetoric is juxtaposed with his ethnic slurs against Igbos, branding them big-time cowards, while selectively claiming Igbo ancestry through his great-grandfather, boasting that his warrior lineage sell you people as slaves.
It's Mujahid. He who carries out jihad. That's what it means in Arabic. That's the name I adopted. Listen to me very well. I'm an Islamist. Yes, I am. I'm a Muslim. Yes, I am. No apology, no fear. But you call me a terrorist, I am not. You are. You are a terrorist. And the people you called to come to your aid are terrorists, like you.
Such statements are inflammatory enough on their own, but they gain sinister weight when viewed alongside accusations from Southeastern voices that Dokubo has actively participated in jihadist activities in the region. Lolo Neka Chimezie, president of the Igbo Women Assembly, has publicly alleged that the federal government under Muhammadu Buhari engaged Dokubo, a self-proclaimed Muslim jihadist, to infiltrate and terrorize the Southeast. In her statements, Chimezie claims, the federal government engaged a Muslim jihadist in the person of Asari Dokubo to go and guard Southeast. They broke a jail in Imo State, carried all the criminals, handed them over to Asari Dokubo. He recruited them and put them in Imo State. She further accuses the Ebube Agu outfit of being a federal tool to carry out jihad in Imo State, with media in the region caged to only report based on police narratives, allowing perpetrators to blame IPOB.
Have never taken responsibility for any crime. In fact, what they keep saying is that we are not responsible. Nigerian security, do your job. In fact, they went as far as, in order to blackmail IPOB, did you know that the federal government engaged a Muslim jihadist in the person of Asari Dokubo to go and get Southeast? Did you know that the federal government, they broke a jail in Imo State, carried all the criminals, handed them over to Asari Dokubo. He recruited them and poured them in Imo State. Did you know that the Bubago outfit is the outfit that the federal government used to carry out jihad in Imo State? And now what they were doing is that when they caged the media in Imo State, because when I confronted the media, why don't you report what is happening? They said they are caged, that they will only wait until the police release their report. It is based on the police report that they will write their own report. They caged it. They will perpetrate this act. The next thing you will hear is IPOB. Now, who are these IPOB? You say IPOB. IPOB say it is not us. Why don't you take time and investigate? It never happened. You know that in the East today, if anybody killed, they don't carry out investigation. So all they did is to do that to set Nnamdi Kanu up to kill him. Let me tell you, Nnamdi Kanu is the only one man after Otuku that Igbos are rallying around, have seen as a leader. So they don't want that to happen. And well, we don't know what they plan to do, but we are watching. We know what they want to do. Your name, my name is Lolo Neka Chimezie. I'm the president of Igbo Women Assembly. Thank you.
These allegations are not isolated. IPOB has repeatedly claimed that governors like Hope Uzodinma of Imo State
So you have listened to this a little bit brief about Asari Dokubo, an enemy of Biafra. And if you are an enemy of Biafra, you are a cursed man. Asari Dokubo admitted being a jihadist. And you know, as a Muslim, their religion regard others as infidels. Their religion regard others as people that should be killed.
I am a jihadist. No apologies. Asari Dokubo's viral admission sparks outrage over alleged jihadist militia operations in Southeast. The recent viral declarations by Mujahid Asari Dokubo, proudly embracing his identity as a jihadist and Islamist without apology, have ignited fresh scrutiny amid long-standing allegations from southeastern groups that he was contracted by the Buhari administration to orchestrate jihadist-style operations in the region. These claims, echoed by figures like Lolo Neka Chimezie, paint a picture of Dokubo as
So, what is a jihadist doing in a territory that is predominantly Christian region? A Muslim that hate Christians, that said that Christians' blood must be spilled, that Christians are infidels, only them are the righteous people. Only them should inhabit the earth. What did the Nigerian government do to a Muslim, a jihadist, who is inhabiting, occupying a very strategic position in a Christian region? The Nigerian government contracted Asari Dokubo, gave him money, gave him resources to destroy Biafra.
a key player in a shadowy campaign of violence aimed at destabilizing Igbo communities and discredit self-determination movement like the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. In the circulated video, Dokubo asserts, "I am a Muslim, I am a jihadist. There's nothing wrong being a jihadist. Islam commanded me to carry out jihad, so I am a jihadist." He elaborates on his name, Mujahid, meaning one who carries out jihad in Arabic, rejecting the terrorist label while owning jihadist and Islamist unapologetically. I'm proud of it. No apology. This rhetoric is juxtaposed with his ethnic slurs against Igbos, branding them bigly claiming Igbo ancestry to his great-grandfather,
So Asari Dokubo
boasting that his
was contracted to destroy everything about Biafrans, to destroy everything about freedom, to destroy our fight to be free out of the Nigerian state, because he's one of those who want Biafrans not to be free. So which kind of contract will the Nigerian government give to Asari Dokubo to carry out in a predominantly Christian state or Christian region, if not jihad? He confessed to you here that he is a jihadist. In other words, he's telling you that he is the enemy of your freedom. He is telling you that he is the enemy of your restoration. He is telling you that every action that needs to be taken for you to go down, that he is going to be on top of that situation. And the Nigerian government contracted him, and he has destroyed a lot of lives. A lot of people have been sent to their early graves. A lot of families have lost their loved ones, their breadwinners, their children, their fathers, as a result of Asari Dokubo, as a result of the activities of the enemies of Biafra. So while Asari Dokubo responsibility is to take the lives of Biafrans, there are other people who are the enemies of Biafra, who are on the social media as well, doing one evil job or the other against the restoration of the Biafran nation. And I want you to understand that these people are doing it, not doing it out of their self-will. They are doing it because of their love for money, because of their love for property, because of their love for position, and their hatred for you. That is the only reason why you will see somebody who is a Biafran and he or she is going to stand against his own or her own freedom. Very, very important. So I want you to note that the enemies of Biafra are enemies of your freedom. The enemies of your freedom are the enemies of Biafra. And all these people, according to Mazin Nandekano, all of them are a cursed generation. All of them are cursed.
Warrior lineage sell you people as slaves.
It's Mujahid. He who carries out jihad. That's what it means in Arabic.
All of them are cursed. All of them are cursed. Both those who are on social media fighting against the Biafran Republic government in exile, all of them are the enemies of Biafra. This is one of the Islamic fundamentalists. These people are fanatics about Islam. I want you to know what they talk about their religion. So when you see Asari Dokubo in Biafran territory, when you see the atrocity that he's
the world.
committing,
It was sent
he
to
is
be
actually
superior,
saying
to
to what
extinct.
this
Allah
man
is not shy
is
of the
saying
truth.
here.
We don't say that Islam is here to live, to coexist with lots of different religions, and all of us can.
I want you to listen to what this Islamist, a jihadist, is saying. The same mindset that this one have is the same mindset of Asari Dokubo in Biafran territory. Joe, I want you to pay attention, close attention to what he's saying.
Allah is not shy of the truth. We don't say that Islam is here to live, to coexist with lots.
We don't say that Islam is here to coexist, to live with each and every one of you. The mindset of this man is the same mindset of Asari Dokubo.
Of different religions, and all of us can just hold hands and be friends. This religion was sent to dominate the world.
The Islamic religion, according to him, was sent to dominate the world. Did you hear that? The Islamic religion was sent to the world to dominate the world. So, in other words, if you are a Christian in Nigeria, if you are a traditional worshiper, if you are under Pentecostal or any church that you are going, the Islamic religion was sent to dominate you. And how do they dominate you? They are not going to dominate you by preaching. They are coming to dominate you, to convert you by force, whether you like it or not. And how do they do that? Let's look at what they are doing in Sokoto. Look at what they are doing in Borno. Look at what they are doing in Middle Belt. This is how they dominate. This is how they were sent. All the terrorist activities that is happening in Nigeria, this is where they are taking their cue from. Whatever action that they are taking, this is what is motivating them. That action is being taken because their religion tells them to do so. Their religion told them to dominate the Christians. Their religion told you to kill you, that you are an infidel, you are not fit to live. So Islam is a cause in our Biafran restoration. Islam is a cause to Biafra. All those who believe in Islam, like Asari Dokubo, they are a cause to our freedom. So we should not even allow these people to live amongst us.
It was sent to be superior, to extinguish the light of every other.
Islam was sent to extinguish the light, to take out the light of any other religion. And they are not hiding it. They are not afraid to say it. They are not even afraid to carry their jihad, because that is what it was meant. That is what their religion asked them to do to you as a Christian. So if you are living around Asari Dokubo, if you have your Muslim friends around your communities, if you are living with any Fulani man, even a Hausa man or Yoruba man that is a fanatic Muslim, I want you to know that your lives are in danger. They are the enemies of your freedom. They will like you to go down, because that is what their belief told them. That is what their religion told them. You should take these people not as your friend, but as your enemy. This is their fundamental teaching. This is what they were imbibed upon. This is the teaching that they receive. All these people that you see carrying out jihadists, they tell you that Islam was meant to dominate. And how do they dominate you? Through conquest. And let me remind you, Islam is the only religion that have not stopped growing.
The religion, and to be superior.
Eight three, I can borrow that time. And he sent him as he sent the which I see them. 8 3, I brought me at that time. I am ready to see all the hotel shop. They watch him, but I said, there I did the 8 3. Hello? So Islam was created to destroy you, my wonderful Biafran brothers and sisters. But we cannot allow
We're not
that
shy
to
to say it, and we don't find that to be something that we should be shy to say.
They are
But
not
this
afraid to say
religion
that.
has been sent to dominate, to wipe out, to take out every other religion, to eclipse it, to be superior to it, to have the people leave every religion and to accept Islam. And if that requires fighting to achieve it, then it requires fighting to achieve it. Because the greatest purpose for which jihad was legislated is to make the word of Allah the highest and the word of those who disbelieve the lowest.
I hope you heard that. Islam was built on the fundamentals of blood. For Islam to thrive. Hello?
Allah is not shy of the truth. We don't say that Islam is here to live, to coexist with lots of different religions and all of us can just hold hands and be friends. This religion was sent to dominate the world. It was sent to be superior, to extinguish the light of every other religion and to be superior to it. We're not shy to say it, and we don't find that to be something that we should be shy to say. That this religion has been sent to dominate, to wipe out, to take out every other religion, to eclipse it, to be superior to it, to have the people leave every religion and to accept Islam. And if that requires fighting to achieve it, then it requires fighting to achieve it. Because the greatest purpose for which jihad was legislated is to make the word of Allah the highest and the word of those who disbelieve the lowest. Allah is not shy of the truth. We don't say that Islam is here to live, to coexist with lots of different religions and all of us can just hold hands and be friends. Religion was sent to dominate the world. It was sent to be superior, to extinguish the light of every other religion and to be superior to it. We're not shy to say it, and we don't find that to be something that we should be shy to say. That this religion has been sent to dominate, to wipe out, to take out every other religion, to eclipse it, to be superior to it, to have the people leave every religion and to accept Islam. And if that requires fighting to achieve it, then it requires fighting to achieve it. Because the greatest purpose for which jihad was legislated is to make the word of Allah the highest and the word of those who disbelieve the lowest.
Hope you listen to what this man is saying. This is the belief of Asari Dokubo, and this is the belief of every one of them that is a jihadist, that is believing in Islam. So these are the enemies that we have in Biafran Restoration Project. And unfortunately, a lot of our people are also part of it. A lot of our people who are not Muslims are also promoting the activities of all these jihadists, all these terrorists, all these people that are enemies of our freedom, one way or the other, thinking that they are doing themselves good.
us in the 21st century, trying to tell you and I that we are monkeys, that we don't have any brain, trying to tell us that we must bow before a white man. You have to bow before them because they are British. And I say no to that. And that is why they have come. That is why Britain is providing military support for a regime that they know is actively aiding and abetting terrorism. This is something that the world must understand this evening. The British government, led by Boris Johnson, who incidentally is a Jew, very sad indeed. In other words, his ancestors, his forefathers knew persecution. But Boris Johnson is presiding over the reign of evil and terror in Nigeria, courtesy of Katrina Lang, the British High Commissioner to the zoo called Nigeria. And why am I saying all these things? I'm saying all these things because the Fulani people are attacking us in Enugu and in Ebonyi State. They did so yesterday and also today. This comes as a time when Katrina Lang invited the British Army to come to the aid of the Nigerian Army in order to tackle the resistance we are putting up against Fulani encroachment into our land. Over all these years, Britain never for once provided any technical or strategic partnership to Nigeria in order to defeat Boko Haram and Fulani banditry. Never. Now that we have said that enough is enough, that Fulani will not take our land from us, they have now come to provide help as usual. That is the reason why yesterday the Nigerian Army and police were providing cover for Fulani headsmen carrying out attacks in our villages, especially in Ebonyi State. The Ebonyi State governor is there. His name is Dave Umahi. Dave Umahi is in support of the slaughter of his own people. By people they claim are from Mali, from Niger Republic, from Senegambia. Britain is providing military and technical assistance to the Nigerian army that they know are complicit in the reign of terror going on in Nigeria today. Everybody knows that. They no longer report all the atrocities being committed by Fulani heads, so to speak. No more. Their focus is now on how to keep Nigeria one. And I want people to listen very carefully. If being one with other people is a very good thing, why did Britain support the disintegration of Yugoslavia? Why was it that Margaret Thatcher worked so assiduously hard with Gorbachev to ensure that the Soviet Union is dismantled? With the American president, of course, Ronald Reagan. Why is it, I ask myself, did Britain leave the EU? If diversity is a wonderful thing, if being in one big family is a good thing, I'm asking Katrina Lang this evening, that demon of a woman, why did Britain leave the EU? Why? If being together is wonderful, if being in this big family is a great thing, why did you leave the EU? I'm asking Katrina Lang this evening. She cannot answer this very question. But what they have done is to continue to provide cover for Fulani terrorists and killers to come into our land to try to take over the land of our ancestors. And it's not going to happen, not under my watch. I've said it before. It doesn't matter how many Efulefus you groom. It doesn't matter how many saboteurs you pay. It doesn't matter what BBC does. It doesn't matter what Yoruba corrupt journalists do or write about. It's irrelevant to us. It doesn't concern us. We're moving ahead. We are going to defend our land, and we are doing so very, very tenaciously. Anybody with any doubt should go and see what happened in Enugu and also in Ebonyi. We are not going to concede an inch of our land to anybody. I'm saying this evening so that all of you are aware of what is about to happen before it happens. I am placing it on record this evening, morning, noon, or night, depending on where you are, that
Fulani Army with their Fulani Police Commissioner in Ebonyi State and in Enugu State, respectively, they are the ones providing riding shotgun for terrorists to attack our villages. Nigerian Army. I want you to understand this very carefully. I want you to understand this. All of you idiots, some of the fools writing and talking rubbish all the time. I want you to understand this very clearly. In our villages right now, as I speak, in Ebonyi State, Nigerian Army are the ones providing armed escort for Fulani murderers to come to our villages to slaughter people. I hope you understand it very clearly. Because when you hear the news later on, don't be shocked nor surprised. Because we can't fold our arms and all this nonsense will be going on. Pakistan never supplied any aircraft to the zoo at the height of Boko Haram insurgency or at the height of banditry. I want you people to, I don't know how to explain this to people so that they can understand it. You need to know this. Do you know that this evening, before we came live on air, it was reported that the main person who is instrumental, or should I say who was instrumental in the bringing of Fulani banditry and terrorism into Nigeria, Governor El Rufai of Kaduna State, he withdrew his children from school because of the fear of bandits that they may kidnap his children. Are you aware of that? This evening, before we come live on air, Britain will not see that. Catalan will not see that. No. What concerns them is we must do everything within our powers to ensure that Biafra will not come, because we want to keep on taking oil and gas for free. But unfortunately, some of you that claim you went to school, you cannot see all these things. I don't know if it is if you're naturally daft or because you're blind. I don't know what the type of disease afflicting some of you. I have no idea. Let God have mercy upon your wretched souls, I'm telling you. Ask yourself this question. Before BBC will convinces you to work for them, before Katrina Lang, working for British intelligence, convinces you that Nigeria should be won, ask yourself this question. What are the arguments? What arguments are they putting forward to validate their insistence that Nigeria should be won? I think it is that there is unity, that is strength in diversity. All this nonsense. Then ask Katrina Lang, are you a British woman? Then says yes. Why are you not in the EU? Why did you hold a referendum to leave the EU? Simple question. That goes to tell you that this position they are holding cannot stand any rigorous scrutiny. It cannot stand it. Can never stand it. You saw Tinubu running all the way to Kaduna, telling you they are doing Arewa and the Yoruba are one. Tinubu forgot to tell you that somebody behaved exactly the same way that he did many years ago, and that was the reason why Yoruba people lost a Lauren. The same behavior. You people, you don't know anything. When look at the likes of Dave Umahi and all these stupid, idiotic governors you have in the East, all of them, the weakest of the idiots talking rubbish. They don't know what they are heaping in store for their children. They have no idea. And I have said this before. If you want to know what your lives will be like in the next 50 years without Eastern Security Network, without IPOB, look at Hausa people. Look at Hausa people. How useless and hopeless their lives have become under the Fulani masters. All of you never learn. You make the same mistakes every day. I read some idiots writing some junk about Nigeria being great. One of the things you need is population, and I'm just looking at them and laughing at them. Japan is a major world power. How many people are there in France? The Yoruba population is more than that of France. France is a superpower. They have a permanent seat at the UN Security Council. What is wrong with black people? I keep asking myself, what is wrong? Can't you see that death is coming to you? Can you not see it? No, you can't. They came to Enugu yesterday and we met them. They came to Ebonyi and we met them. And we shall continue to meet them wherever we find them. until we rid our land of all these people. And I have said, I think we have about 3 days to run. Nigeria police and Nigeria army. You see all those abductions you're doing each time you go and abduct people. From this night, I'm giving this very order. We are going to organize ourselves into self-defense units in our land. Anytime you see a police helix enter into any residential area to make an arrest, block them off and burn down their vehicle. From tonight, if you allow them, they will continue to abduct people. That is one of the tricks that Britain taught them. Terrorism comes in 2 forms, either by non-state actors or by state actors. In this case, the army and the police. In Anambra, in Abia, in Imo, especially. We must resist them. Let me tell you what will happen if you do nothing. That is something that I don't understand what is wrong with some of us. Fulani will take over our land. They will appoint their emirs. It may take a while, but it will happen. Eventually, our lives will become as hopeless and idiotic as that of Hausa people. That our land that our ancestors gave to us, that very land that God gave to us, will be given to us. That is why we must not allow Britain to succeed in what they're planning to do to us. They want to obliterate us from the face of this very earth. That is why they killed over 5 million people. 5 million Biafrans were murdered and slaughtered in cold blood between 1967 and 1970. Between 1967 and 1970, there was no inquiry. There was no outrage all over the world. There was no worldwide condemnation of it, because Britain sat on it. They want to see all of us dead. Britain would rather every Biafran is dead than to relinquish our oil and gas, which they're holding on to. And I have said to them, take the damn oil and gas and leave us alone. And they won't listen. And they are going to use the Fulani to do this very work. They will use some Efulefus within us to do this very work for them. When we speak the way we do, they say we talk of war all the time. But tell me what the Fulanis had in mind when they attacked Enugu yesterday. When they attacked Ebonyi yesterday and today, what did they have in mind? Peace. Some of you do not understand that what we did was to provoke the Fulani to act before time. Fulani planned to take over our towns and our villages in 2022. We preempted them. We forced them to act before time, that all their plans against us may come to nothing. And we have succeeded in doing that. And these are the things that you must bear in mind. Our villages are being attacked in Ebonyi with the support of the Nigerian army. If you go and ask the garrison commander in Ebonyi State of Nigerian army, they will tell you they are providing cover for Fulani murderers in Ebonyi State with the active connivance of the state governor, Dave Umahi. We have clear and incontrovertible evidence of army support for Fulani terrorists that these same people claim are foreigners. Some of you have been talking about 2023, talking about election. I don't know what is wrong with you. Maybe they say whom the gods want to destroy, they first make mad. A lot of people in the zoo are mad. A lot of Nigerians are mad, believe you me, because I believe that God wants to use the Fulani to destroy all of you, because you are all insane. Let me also remind Britain and Katrina Lang that we would not surrender any inch of Biafra land to Islamic terrorists. It will not happen. We would all rather die than to see that happen. You people have succeeded in trying to suppress the media. You know, it's very funny, you know. Anytime there's an allegation against ESN or IPOB, if you go to Google search, you see it. Yesterday, we issued a rebuttal of all the nonsense they've been claiming or talking about. It is not on Google. For you to find it, you have to Google Eastern Security Network. You can see it. What IPOB said about all the frivolous and idiotic allegations from their naval, whatever rubbish the idiot is called. It's not there. They bought over Google as well as they have bought over Facebook and bought over everybody else. Because Britain is the one advising them on what to do. Their strategies, of course, they're the ones advising them on what to do. They will write a fake news. They will call AFP. The same idiot saying he's doing fact check was the idiot that still planted the fake news to start with. They come back and they say fact check.
And they put it under my name. When you do Google search, you see it under my name and under IPOB. I had nothing to do with any of these things. What they are trying to do is to damage us before the international community. That is what Katrina Lang, the British High Commissioner, is telling them to do. But if you are of weak disposition, you crumble. They know we cannot crumble. They understand them very well. They know we are not going to go back. They understand. They know how unbelievably stubborn we are. Now they understand it very well. We're not going anywhere. And we are going to rid our land of every terrorist in our forests. They can go into the townships and where they get these people they are killing, I have no idea. But ESN is in the forest. We are not in the street. We're not on the streets yet. Very soon we'll come anywhere, not now. We're in the forest. You go set up roadblocks and checkpoints and you arrest people and you kill them and you claim they're ESN. And the zoo useless gutter media are busy writing rubbish. ESN is in the forest. You have seen, you see the way we kid when we parade. That's how we are in the forest. The army cannot come into the forest to look for it because they know they will die. If they come there, they will die. They understand that very well. So they engage themselves by harassing innocent people, arresting them and murdering them in cold blood, claiming they are ESN. You arrest pastors, you talk.
Sorry, I didn't know my voice was coming out on the background. I didn't actually know that. Okay, so please about that. So anybody that have made himself an enemy of the Biafran nation is a human being. So Asari Dokubo, like I am saying, have made himself as the enemy of the Biafran people. There are a lot of Asari Dokubos who are not Muslims, but they are also promoting the agendas and the hatred of the Fulanis in Biafran Restoration Project. I want you to listen to our brother. This our brother is from the coastal region, General Asabuja. Is one of the voices that have risen now to speak about the freedom of Biafra indirectly. Not everybody will come out so open, but you see our brothers and sisters, most of our people who are seeing the atrocity of the Nigerian state against us, they are not moved. This is the same thing I was saying. These people who are the enemies of Biafra, the enemies of our freedom, are doing so because of their properties. They are doing so because of money. They are doing so because of position. Because I don't see any reason why Biafra is something that will be beneficial to you. Biafra is something that will profit you, your community, your state, your brothers and sisters. Yet, you are standing against it. You are not talking about it. Even if you cannot talk about it, you will not keep quiet. You will not go and hide yourself. But your actions and activities will always bring you out that you hate anything of freedom. You hate anything of Biafra. I want you to know that all these people who are embarking on all these propaganda, shenanigans, attack on Biafra issues, all of them are a cursed generation. All of them are the enemies of our freedom. All of them. I don't see a reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is the face of our freedom, not that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is Biafra, no, but it is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that made you and I to stand very strong on what we believe in, which is freedom. It is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to make us to understand that our freedom is more valuable than property, than money, than position. It's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that had demonstrated the love that he had for the entirety of the Biafran nation, irrespective of where you are coming from. Either you are Ijaw, you are Yoruba, you are Isheki. Our leader made us to understand that we are one people, and it is only Biafra that can unite us. It is only Biafra that can protect us. It is only Biafra that can safeguard our lives and property. That under Nigeria, it is practically impossible. So I don't see a reason why some of our brothers will see something that will benefit their people. Some of our brothers will prefer their own brother to suffer in hell than giving him a helping hand to come out from any problem. This is what our brother Asaboja General is talking about here. That our brother Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in detention. And a Yoruba man, Sowore, came out in a solidarity march for that our brother Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But other Biafrans, other brothers who are more close to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who are the same blood with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they did not see anything good in coming in solidarity for that march for the release of our leader. When they also know, if you ask them, what is the sin that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed? They will tell you that he did not commit any crime, that Nigerian government was too harsh. Oh, Nigerian government was this and that. But they cannot come together in solidarity. They rather went to be campaigning for a government that is still holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu hostage. Is these people not the enemies of our freedom? Is these people not the enemies of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? So I want you to listen to what our brother said here.
The seated president, I don't know what you are. Sheyi Tinubu na speaker, na seated president. Sheyi Tinubu na vice president. Na him papa the president. No be Sheyi Tinubu. See Kumala chief priest. See all of them. Obi Kumala them. I shame for now. Forbid. Now like this one, they take make on our money. Betrayal like honor. Abotua. I shame for now. You will be balloon. Oh, God forbid. Show what they have their state. They cry, they protest, make the religion and the Kano. We are not talking about Biafra. We need to talk about IPOB. We need to talk of IPOB. We need to talk of Biafra. He said, releasing land the Kano. Now they free land the Kano. You dey busy. They welcome president to someone who hold any position. He don't hold any position. What if be in position? City boy, not in position. City boy will like to know day. City boy will road to know day. Now American city boy, or a British city boy, or a German city boy, or a Dubai city boy. Which one be the city boy? Dubai own, or Qatar city boy, or Canada city boy. Country with no light. We won't put solar for Asoro. We won't put solar for Villa. City boy as her. This city boy as her. Obi Kumana. Ah, no. Chief priest. No. On a mumu not too much. On a foolish is not too much. Our people they follow on to do on their entertainment, to do on their politics, to do on their toilet, to do on their displays, to do on their there. God forbid for this type of life. Now I like Niger Delta people. Niger Delta people will not there for this type of life. We see this on a fake life. We know them. This fake life, Niger Delta people know they there. Tomorrow they go say Niger Delta people, say some of them they be betrayal. They no be betrayal. When Niger Delta man say follow you. When Niger Delta man say if you dey with you. If a German come out, a German say I follow you, a German follow you. If a German say I dey with you. If a German sit down with you, a German sit down with you. Somebody come cry, make them release Nnamdi Kanu. Make from life in prison, make them release him. You dey busy, they do city boy. You dey busy, they welcome small boy. Sheyi Tinubu small boy. You dey busy, they welcome him. President son, they welcome him. If they welcome and say, he kill car for us. He welcome and say, what did he do for us? If they welcome Sheikh Tinubu, what did Sheikh Tinubu do for us? I don't know what did he do for us. What did the handwork we do for us? He bring oil for us. He bring diesel. He bring fuel or gas for us. If they welcome Sheikh Tinubu, say what did he do? Just what did he do? Oh God. So what's kind of problem with this for this kind of country? I carry debt for pocket the waka. President is that 2 times. If they welcome and say what did he do? Welcome small boy, say what did he do? I'm sorry for Africa. I'm sorry for Nigeria. Now like this, now like this. If they welcome as what now? As what? Say what did he do?
So this is where we find ourselves. General Asabojan have said his mind. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is in detention. Jailed for life for a crime that he did not commit. For non-committing any crime, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was jailed for life. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a Biafran. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a freedom fighter. Nobody have come out to say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed a crime. Not even the Nigerian government can prove anything against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And instead of his brothers, who knows why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was being held because of freedom, because of Biafra, instead of them to rally round and join the 1 million march for his release, they are busy chasing rat. They are busy making money for themselves. They are busy looking for option. They are busy looking for property. They are busy chasing what is not chasing them. Chasing 2027. Campaigning for a man who is holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because as it stands now, it is Tinubu that is holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in conjunction with the southeastern governors. But at least, what have you done as a Biafran to come and speak for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? So all these people are cursed. All of them are cursed, including all those who are trying to shift focus from the Biafran Republic government in exile. Because as it stands now, it is only the Biafran Republic government in exile that is making the Biafran restoration project a reality. While Asari Dokubo is focused on trying to destroy Biafran youths. Obi Kubana, chief priests and their likes, the city boys, are focused on making their own money, forgetting about the freedom of their people and that of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The lawyers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are also focused on promoting one Nigeria agenda. Why the man they are protecting or the man they are representing is fighting for Biafra. You see, that is that is very, very bad. That is very, very bad. People that should know better. People that should know better. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, committed no crime. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not steal anything from anybody. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not take anybody's property. Did not take anybody's wife. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not take anything that does not belong to him. Only that he stands for freedom. That is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in detention. Because he stands for freedom. And the people that he's fighting to free from, the people that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting to free are focusing on one Nigeria, are promoting one Nigeria. The people that should speak for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are also focusing for one Nigeria, trying to lure Biafrans into believing that that thing which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting against, that is workable, that it is possible. In the same Nigeria that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in the same Nigeria that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is incarcerated. So I will not end without playing this voice of Ejiofor, Nnameka Ejiofor, Nnameka Ejiofor, or whatever he's called.
And 15.
I will not end without bringing you this information, because this is it's a betrayal of the highest order. It's a betrayal. This man, if actually Mazi Kanu will free himself from detention, why did he hire lawyers? Why did he have attorneys? Why does he have legal representation? If actually Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will do everything, where you are in detention, you free yourself. These men understand that Biafra Republic government in exile is doing everything to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but they refuse to acknowledge that government. They refuse to appreciate the good work that the government is doing for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The same thing that they did to our first prime minister while he was there in 2023-22, when our prime minister made sure that Nigerian government is held into account of the atrocity that they are committing in. They appreciate the sacrifices that prime minister. They refuse to acknowledge. They refuse to appreciate that. This is what is playing out again. The Biafran Republic government in exile, Nnameka Ejiofor, understand where the government is at this particular time. He knows what this Biafran government is doing in Washington, D.C. He knows that what is happening in Nigeria, that America is speaking against Nigeria and holding Nigeria into account, is because of the pressure that Biafran government has put on America in Washington, D.C. They don't want to appreciate that. They don't want to acknowledge that, because they are all the enemies of our freedom, because they are working for the Nigerian state. There is no two ways about that, because if you are not working for Nigeria, if you are not promoting one Nigeria, what business have you to tell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to even advise Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, creating a 1 million men in detention? To do what? These 1 million men, what are they going to do? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is incarcerated. He went to Kenya and they kidnapped him. Then all these 1 million men that you announced, and the Nigerian government will just allow you to announce 1 million men without holding you and say, okay, who are the men who are making up this 1 million men? You think we are fools? You think we are not reasonable? So Nigerian government will just allow Nnamdi Kanu to have a 1 million men for Biafran restoration project in detention, and they allow you Nnameka Ejiofor or Ejiofor to be part of it, and Nigerian government did not hold you into account, and the Nigerian government did not ask you for the names and composition of all these people that will make up this 100 men that you are talking about. These people are playing the script of the Nigerian government, and they are the enemies of Biafra, and these people therefore are cursed. They are cursed. So I want to play it. You should reason with your number 6 and think about this nonsense that this man will be saying here about 1 million men, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, from detention.
Good afternoon, all of us of freedom. My name is Nnameka Ejiofor. I am one of the lawyers to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who brings you greetings to you from Sokoto Correctional Center. On the 13th, 14th, and 15th of March 2026, I was with him. And in the course of our discussions concerning his appeal, he also informed me to tell all lovers of freedom that a 100-man Divine Project for Legal Counsel committee has been established. This committee will comprise of men and women of goodwill who will champion the cause of legal and international relationships with Nigeria, with foreign, with local entities. The whole essence is to see to his freedom as well as to see to the object of self-determination. He also extends his appreciation to Shaware, who participated in a very, very peaceful rally in Aba, Abia State. He expressed his happiness in the way and manner Lovers of Freedom, the Coalition for Lovers of Freedom.
What kind of international relationship with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our leader champion from detention? What kind of international relationship with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, anchor from detention, that will be better than that which is championed by our lobbyists in Washington, D.C., our Prime Minister in Washington, D.C., our attorney in Washington, D.C.? Tell me, somebody should let Nnemeka Ejiofor tell us what kind of international engagement that would have detention. So they are coming to meet him in detention. A senator from America will come to meet our leader in detention. Abi, and Nigerian government will just allow you to be saying all these things if they don't have, if they did not write the script for you. If there is anything at all, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have never done any planning in the open. In the open. But this is meant you are in Nigeria. You went to Sokoto and came back. And the Sokoto Caliphate allow you to go to Sokoto and come back. The Nigerian government are watching the power leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They did him. So they now allow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that is in their custody to now have international engagement for Biafran restoration project. Hi! Hello, man. So what kind of international engagement with our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Nnemeka Ejimako have in detention or under Nigeria? If Nigerian government can go to Kenya and bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu down, bring him down to Nigeria in order to stop the Biafra agitation project from moving forward, what kind of international engagement will he have in the same Nigeria that they are holding him hostage? Is that not common sense? Is it not common sense? I'm asking you, Biafrans that are listening. Is it not common sense? Nigerian government travel all the way to Kenya in order to stop Biafran restoration, in order to stop agitation for Biafra. They went to Kenya, damned on the international consequences, and brought Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back. Now, Nnemeka Ejiofor is telling you that from the same Nigeria that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will now set up a 100-man committee that will also supervise his legal team and liaise with the international community and about the self-determination project. Hi! Hello, man. Ezbote hello, man. This is for the gullible people This is for the gullible Biafrans. This is for people who are senseless, who do not reason. These are not for students of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We can decode issues. We can decode information. We can tell you where we stand. We can tell you what this information is meant to promote. So the information that Nnameka Ejiofor has brought is meant to promote one Nigerian project. And our leader can never be privy to it. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, can never, ever be part of this. Our leader is in detention, incarcerated, jailed for life unlawfully, and it is only the actions and activities that we embark upon that will bring our leader out, not the 100-man committee that Nigerian government want to use you people to set up to try to go to promote one Nigeria in Biafra. It can never happen. And it is a very sound warning to every one of them that Biafran Republic government in exile is in charge of Biafran restoration project. If they don't know, they should go and tell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He is not in charge of Biafran restoration project. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not in charge of Biafran restoration project. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been held hostage as a result of Biafran restoration project. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot lead us from detention. Never.
Freedom express themselves freely without molestation and without rancor. He also appreciates the fact that the governor of Abia State was democratic enough to interfere with the affairs of the rally. So appreciate the fact that the 2 persons who were arrested were immediately released. He appreciates the fact that those who organized the rally, those who contributed, and those who executed it did this in a very civilized and democratic way. He thanks all of you who were there in Aba to rally support for his release. He also thanked all those who, in one way or the other, sponsored or coordinated the affairs of that rally. He specifically offered appreciations to Sam Shudin, to Ambassador, Cruise Niger, to Cruise Nation, to Ada Ekwensu, to people of good conscience, to all those who in one way or the other were there. Show for the fight put in for him in the course of his travail. All those who love freedom are activated to engage with the 100-man committee, the 100-man project, and make sure that everything is done positively in the way and manner that he has directed, for the purpose of legal solutions and for the purpose of self-determination, for the purpose of realization of the self-determination project. Thank you and bless you. Thank you. My name is Nnameka Ejiofor. I am one of the lawyers who brings you correctional center. On the time discussions concerning his appeal, also informed me to tell all lovers of freedom that a 100-man Divine Project for Legal Counsel committee has been established. This committee will comprise of men and women of goodwill who will champion the cause of legal and international relationships with Nigeria, with foreign, with local entities. The essence is to see to his freedom as well as to see to the realization of the project of self-determination. He also extends his appreciation to Shaware and all those who participated in the very, very peaceful rally in Abia State. He expressed his happiness in way of freedom, successfully. Also appreciated Abia State.
So thank you so much. So you have had Emeka Ejiofor appreciating the people that went in solidarity for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Appreciating people that went in solidarity for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He was not there. None of the Igbo elites, none of the content creators, none of the how do I call it, the intelligence, none of them who said they love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. None of them were there to be in solidarity with our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are not there. He is here complimenting Showore. He is there thanking Showore that our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is appreciating Showore and everybody that went to Aba. Then our leader is now aware of these people, that these people are not Biafrans. They are not in support of Biafra. All the legal team, from our lawyer Ejimako to Nnemeka Ejiofor to Maswell, all these people, they follow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our Onyendu, our Onyendu, our Onyendu. They are not there for the freedom of our leader or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Rather, they are doing everything humanly possible according to the script that Nigerian government wrote for them to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi, they frustrate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu into eventually, believe you me, that is what these people are doing. So, believe you are doing.
or foolish. All the years of Boko Haram rage, no imam was arrested. But you come to our land with the help of idiotic governors. You arrest whoever you like. You torture them into submission. You rape our women. Let me ask you this very simple question. Has Katuna Lang ever commented about the rape of the victims, of the women? How many Yoruba newspapers wrote about it? I said, how many? How many? Because they're not Yoruba women. That is the country you want to belong to. That is your one Nigeria for you. Very sick people. The army came to our villages to attack. Those of you who are still sleeping, one day you wake up, you realize that what you have done to yourselves is irredeemable. One day you wake up from your stupidity, your hopelessness, and your slumber to realize that IPOB have been right all along. Fulani will take you over, will kill you and slaughter you. Britain will support them by providing help for the Nigerian army. That very useless army that never won any battle in their history, never defeated any enemy.
So none of these people that you see surrounding our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, from A to Z, all the legal team, they are not there for the freedom of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are there to make money. They have made money. They are making money out of Nigeria because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is near their cash out machine. You know why they are making money? Because they believe that the Nigerian government believes that all these people speak directly with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So they are going to do everything to bribe them to say, speak to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let him at least support restructuring. Let him at least support election. They give them money. They give them, because if they say anything that is in relation to Biafra, Nigeria is going to happen to them directly and immediately. That is why you can see them coming out to tell you that our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to lead a 1 million or 100 men from detention. Who does that? Who does that? There is no leader, a freedom fighter that is in detention, that is fighting, that is, leading from detention. What of Ambazonians? They have their leader in Cameroon. Their leader have been jailed for years. Did you hear them taking any instruction from their leader in Cameroon? This is common sense. So when Nnameka Ejiofor tells you that our leader is forming a 1 million march from a 100 men from detention, run for your life. Nigerian government want to bring the names of those who will support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu freedom approach from detention, and once you submit your name, you are a gunner. These people are heartless. All these people that you see, they love money, they love position, they love property, so they can sell their mother because of money. They sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for money. They are still making money out of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu detention, and that is why they are the enemies of our freedom. They are the enemies of Biafra, and all of them are cursed. The spirit of Biafra will never forgive them for all this atrocity that they are committing against our freedom. We can never forgive them. Biafra can never forgive them. Biafra can never forgive them. Biafra can never forgive all these people. They are all evil. They try to destroy the freedom of our people. They try to destroy the freedom of our people. They feign the ignorant. They don't know what our government is doing. They pretend they don't know. They don't know what Brgie is doing in Washington, D.C. You had Ifeanyi Ejimako, Aloy Ejimako, was sharing a congressional hearing. Congressional hearing. You had Aloy Ejimako. Aloy Ejimako was sharing a flyer that Nigerian government is promoting in Washington, D.C. But Aloy Ejimako, when Biafran Republic government in exile government was having their congressional briefing in Washington, D.C., Aloy Ejimako pretended like they did not see it. They pretended it did not happen. They pretended as if they are not aware. They pretended that it never existed because they don't want us to know. They don't want you to know that there is actions that are taken for the freedom and the liberation of Biafra land. They don't want us to know. They don't want you to know. They want to keep us in the dark about what they are doing. They want to keep us in the dark about what is happening. They thought that we are animals, we are fools. We don't know what they are doing. They thought that we don't know what is happening. They thought that we are not going to, understand the game that they are playing. They forgot that we are in this together. We understand the game. They forgot that our leader, Mazin Nandekan, have trained us
Except
enough.
with the help of foreigners. They are not ashamed of themselves.
They are not ashamed of themselves.
Oh, Nigerian will come. I say, bring them to come alone. Britain, Pakistan, leave Nigerian army to come to the forest of the east alone. You see what we do to them. They rely on, they go to Chad, they go to Niger, they go to Britain, they go to Pakistan, they go to Turkey, they beg everybody to fight for them. Shameless people, come alone, come alone. That we may show you how fanatical we are about our freedom. I'm sure some of them detest it now and again anyway. All of you in your military uniform in our land, killing, abducting people, you are going to die there. That I can assure you. It doesn't matter who you have as your godfather. You will die in the land of Biafra. I can assure you of that. Our governors, so-called governors, do not have the balls to stand up to defend their own people. That is why all this nonsense is happening. I have not heard any state governor come out to condemn Fulani headsmen attack on our communities in Enugu State.
So these people pretend that nothing is happening. They thought that we are dormant like them. They thought that the Biafran government is not working. They forgot that before Mazin Nandekan was kidnapped, our leader have already set a structure for Biafran freedom. That structure was redefined by the Prime Minister, first Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko. And we now fashioned it and take it to a government. That government is in place to tomorrow. And that government is doing everything possible to make sure that we are free as a people. These Biafrans who think that they know it all, that they are the ones who went to school, they have all the degrees in their head, including the degrees they collected from Oluwale in Lagos, including the degrees in Lagos. They think that we don't know what we are doing, but we want them to, they will be shamed. At the end of it all, they will understand that Biafran Republic government in Ezra is going to bring that freedom that they are angry, afraid not to speak about.
I have not heard Dave Omahi come out to condemn what is happening in Igbo. And these are our frontline states. It's only ESN who is fighting and dying in the process of trying to defend our land. Some of you do not understand what we go through on a daily basis. You have no idea. I can give the order to ask ESN not to engage Fulani anymore. Some of you, villages will be overrun overnight. But we are doing this very work because Elohim had asked us to do it. I tweeted earlier today, for those of you who follow me on Twitter, and I must encourage everyone to be on Twitter anyway. All of us who are now being pressed down by Fulani Janjaweedism and British neo-colonialism, we are going to fight back. Because that is the only way to survive. You see, in the history of this world, when an oppressor comes to oppress you, as the Fulanis are now doing with their British organ, you only have one option, is to fight back. You don't beg. If you beg, you're finished. Go through history. It is replete with instances and landmark dates in history where people rose up to say, enough is enough. Do you know that the USA you're talking about today was essentially founded by Englishmen? They left England. I said English people. George Washington is English, or should I say of English descent. So also is Thomas Jefferson. All the great people of United States of America's independence are all British, all English, English blood, English. One day they said enough is enough. They are English people. They said enough is enough. We must be free. They went to war, they fought, and they became free. Everywhere, even the pathetic so-called independence in Africa, they said enough was enough. All the nationalists, enough is enough. And that is what we need to do now to be free. If you go throughout history, people only became free by rising up and saying, enough is enough. And that is what we are calling for right now, for everybody to stand up to say, enough is enough.
That is what we are saying, for everybody to rise up and say that enough is enough. Enough is enough cannot be said while you are still in detention. For those of you who they are saying want to recruit 100 men, you are going to be under surveillance by the Nigerian government. Your life will be at stake if you don't know. So this is Nigerian government ploy to arrest, to detain, to harass, to intimidate our people again, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in their hands. Every action that is taken by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for Biafra, Nigerian government is going to destroy it. That is why everybody should be aware of this nonsense information that Nnaemeka Ejimako is telling you here, Nnaemeka Ejiofor. That is a nonsensical thinking. For anybody to think that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is incarcerated in detention, will do Biafra, we free Biafra from detention through 100 men or 100 men, whatever, inside detention. Whereas we have a government, an institutionalized government a recognized government in Washington, D.C., a government that the American government are aware about, a government that the American government have sat down to discuss, an ally of the American state. What kind of agreement, what kind of engagement with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have with policymakers from America while he's still in detention? It was. Thank you for the link. If you want to join me on the studio and make your contribution. Nobody can deceive us any longer. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu family, everyone have made money. They are making money from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. From his detention, they are making money out of our leader detention. Believe you me, these people are making huge amount
Of this Fulani nonsense. How can he stay in a country president is Fulani?
Canon Takano, fine boy, fine boy. Every family member of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the DOS, every one of them that has something to do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are making money out of Mazi Nnamdi, even till tomorrow. So all these lawyers are also making money out of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You had when Canon Takano and Ifeanyi Ejiofor were squaring it out at $119 million transfer. All of them were making money out of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu detention because the Nigerian government will believe that, oh, you speak to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, so they are going to buy you over to see how you can, try to persuade Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So they will always lobby them. They always buy them to buy their opinion and see how they can convince Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu bụ ekike bụ otuto toro n'ibi, otuto toro na ihe. If you leave it, it is going to destroy you. If you say you want to bust it, your scrotum is at its risk. So they cannot destroy the belief or the stand of our leader for freedom. So they are doing the only edge they have is that they have kept Mazi Nnamdi Kanu incommunicado to the people of Biafra, directly to the people of Biafra. If our leader has his way, our leader will be able to do everything. It was not, you know why they put Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto? It's not like in Kuje prison. Everybody that is going to Sokoto is vetted by the Nigerian government. You people don't understand. Anybody that wants to go to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto is vetted. Okay? Sokoto is the caliphate, the seat of the caliphate. So Sultan of Sokoto must know about who is coming. What is their antecedent? They want to put you on the watch list and see what you are. Maybe you first of all go and pay homage to the Sultan of Sokoto. They give you a brown envelope. So when you go to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are not going to say what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will like. You will not even say. And once you come out, you are going to tell the world what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never said, so that you can be able to deceive us. You cannot. It's not like when it was in Kuje prison in Lagos, where this is Yoruba land. This is now Sokoto, Fulani land. So they will threaten you with terrorism. They will threaten you with Boko Haram. They will threaten you with ISWAP, ISIS, Fulani herdsmen, Ejimako, Ejiofor, Nnaemeka Ejiofor, Maswell. Every one of them will be threatened with Boko Haram. if they don't comport to the Nigerian government Senate. It is quite unfortunate that people don't understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu
Judiciary Fulani, Army Fulani, Navy Fulani, everywhere Fulani, police Fulani, everything they have taken over. They are the most corrupt, yet the anti-corruption agencies are headed by Fulani people. Can't you people see all these things? Are you that foolish? Some talk about restructuring because they do not understand what lies ahead for them. There must be disintegration and partition of Nigeria. The same way it was with Yugoslavia. That is how it's going to be. Britain cannot support the disintegration of Yugoslavia, and when it comes to the zoo that they created called Nigeria, they say no. They cannot. We won't let them. The same thing that applied to Yugoslavia must apply in the zoo that they created. Some of you talking about one Nigeria, you have no shame. You were created by a white man and a white woman. No African. Frederick Lugard and Flora Shaw. You are busy trying to defend what is in essence indefensible. All of you defending one Nigeria, I want you to go to Europe, anywhere in Europe tomorrow morning, and tell them that you want to create a country in Europe. They'll put you in a mental home. They'll say you're mad. Go and try it. But all of you are willing to die to defend what your ancestors did not create. Yet you go and pour libation. I say some of these idiots, the Obas and the so-called Ezes and chiefs, you go and you pour libation, you hot drink. You pour to your ancestors. After pouring libation for your ancestors to bless you, you say, God bless Nigeria as well. Those your ancestors you're pouring libation for, did they create one Nigeria? That is why all your prayers go unanswered. You're pouring libation, hot drink on the ground, wine, praying to the spirit of your ancestors. Some of you do that every day. After pouring libation, you come back to defend one Nigeria, something that your so-called ancestors you are praying to did not create. Can you see how flowery your idiocy is? Who created the heavens and the earth? God. That's why we worship him. You worship what creates you. Why do we love our mother especially? Because our mother, in essence, gave birth to us. God created us through our mothers, through their womb. Isn't it? Who created Nigeria? Frederick Lugard. I have asked this question so many times. Black people, you as a black African, are you not ashamed of yourself? That you're defending what you did not create. You're defending what a white man created, a company. United Africa, a company that they called a country afterwards. You are defending what is indefensible. I keep asking them, all these people saying one Nigeria, let us not allow Nigeria to break. Did your father create Nigeria? The answer is no. Never did. Your mother never did Nigeria. Your ancestors never did. Now ask yourself, what is the motive of the white man and white woman that created Nigeria? They created Nigeria as a British business enterprise, not to serve your interest. That is why when you're being killed, Britain will say nothing. That is why during COVID-19 lockdown, palliative, they stole all the palliatives, Britain said nothing. They only come out because they know that once Nigeria divides, there will be a country called Biafra. They will pay for the oil and gas they are currently stealing for free. That is all. That is why they want one Nigeria. That is the only reason why. But fools don't understand. Some people like the Fulanis connect with them because Fulani also understand that their fortune lies by supporting the British in what they're doing. In this, what I call neo-colonialism. That's what it is.
How many times does all the ambassadors to the court of St. James in London go about visiting the whole of England, asking them to, in fact, let me put it this way, during the debate on Brexit, did you see the Greek ambassador or the German ambassador touring the whole of UK, going to Northumbria, going to East Anglia, traveling all the way to the coast in the south, or to Wales to campaign for Britain to remain in the EU? But there is a German ambassador in London. There is a French ambassador in London. Let me ask you again. Let me make Nigerians understand how foolish they are. Let me let the world understand why black people are considered inferior. I want to let the world know this evening that blacks are inferior because of the way black people reason. Black people do not reason like human beings. Let me ask you again. Katrina Lang, the British High Commissioner, is an ordinary ambassador. Ordinary ambassador. She is touring the whole place, telling us to be in one Nigeria. I want to ask Katrina Lang, during the height of the Brexit debate, did your counterparts, did your Japanese ambassador to the court of St. James, that's what they call it, to Her Majesty's government, did the Japanese ambassador ever tour the whole place saying, oh, we need the EU market for our cars that we are manufacturing in Sunderland? The Nissan we have in Sunderland, we need to sell in the EU market. You must join them. Did you hear that the Japanese ambassador was touring the whole of the UK, trying to compel them to remain in the EU? The answer is no. Then why are you allowing Katrina Lang to do the same thing in your land? Because you are black, because you are inferior. Do you understand it now? It's a very simple question. I've asked you before, why is it that you allow things to be done to you that these same people will not allow you to do to them? Katrina Lang is moving about, British High Commissioner in Nigeria, asking you, one Nigeria, let's be one. Diversity, your population, all that rubbish. When Britain wanted to leave the EU, let me ask Katrina Lang, did the Japanese ambassador travel all over the UK asking UK citizens to remain in the EU? That tells you that you are black, you are a Nigerian, you are inferior, you are an animal to these people. They have no regard for you. No regard. Some of you, when you see a white man come to a white woman, you think you have been blessed by God because you are mentally inferior. You are inferior. You are not worthy to be called a human being. Honestly speaking, we must fight back. That is the only way forward. You can never beg your way out of oppression. You rise up and you confront it. Kwame Nkrumah did. Nelson Mandela did. Steve Biko did. Patrice Lumumba did. Marcel did of Mozambique. You must rise up and say enough is enough. And that's what we're doing right now. Fulani will not take our land. I'm telling the British High Commissioner to Nigeria, Fulani will not take our land. I assure you it can't happen. Therefore, Mahi, Fulani will not take our land. All the loans you took from Islamic Bank to build flyover in Abakaliki, oh, well and good. Fulani will not take our land. All the so-called Eastern governors, the Southeast and South-South, I'm assuring you today that Fulani will not. You can hire every idiot you like to give press statement in Abuja. That's what they do very well. They don't know we have outgrown that phase. Aborigine of Cross River, Aborigine of Akwa Ibom, Aborigine of Rivers, Aborigine of Biafra. They said I'm not Biafra. Are you talking to idiots? You think we don't know anything? Of course, published by Daily Trust, a Fulani paper. They will not write write about the fact that today El Rufai have withdrawn the children from schools in Kaduna because of the fear of bandits. They will never tell you that, will they? Nigeria is sinking every blessed day. Some of you, they confuse it with restructuring. They fly restructuring, say, let's do force major, constitutional force rubbish nonsense. When that doesn't work, they say, oh, no, remember Jagaban is running in 2093. But the people in, what's his name again, Tifnubu, in his campaign, the same people, the same Yoruba journalists writing rubbish about Tinubu, his presidential ambition, they won't tell you that the Yorubas who are in refugee camps in Benin Republic as a result of Fulani terrorism in Yoruba land. Are you understanding me this evening? Some of you may not understand, but majority, they do.
Ray Jamfuri, sorry. Join me again. I was, you know, we are multitasking. So please, if you want to join us, it's not, sorry, I was multitasking. Reg, please join me again. Join me again. Sorry for that. Join me again. As you know, I'm still at work and doing this broadcast, so sometimes I've been distracted, okay? So thank you so much. Thank you so much. You can as well join me again. Oh, Chineke. So anybody who wants to join us can join us on the studio. Thank you.
Do follow what we are saying. That is why they said you're proscribed. That is why they said, oh, you're a terrorist group. They understand that we are the only people capable of matching them. I say it without any apologies to anybody. It is IPOB. Without IPOB, you are all gone. You are nothing without IPOB. Indigenous people of Biafra. The last line of defense between the people.
Thank you so much, Reg.
Those who are hell-bent.
Thank you for joining me, my brother. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome to the questionnaire. Where have you been all this while? Reg, can you hear me? Machineke, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Good morning from here. Welcome to the questionnaire.
Yeah, good morning, my brother. I hope I can be heard clearly.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yes, I can hear you now. Loud and clear. Okay, thank you very much, my dear brother Mazi David Unana. I must appreciate you for all that you are doing, for being steadfast, and thank you for this broadcast. Greetings to you, my dear brother, and greetings to all your fans all over the world, especially here in yes, sir. Greetings to all our leaders from time immemorial to this very present day, especially the current and incumbent serving Prime Minister, His Excellency Ugechuku Kere, as well as our former Prime Minister, His Excellency Manzi Simon Ekpa, the Obatobi. This name, the name we usually call him then. Mojiri Bago, right? Fine. I will really miss our PMO as well as we miss him so much, as well as our leader Mazio Nyedumna Dikano. My special greetings to them and to all the entire Biafra Defense Forces that are still faithful to this cause. Special thanks to all the honorable cabinet ministers of Biafra Republic government in exile, and to all the financial donors that have been up to date. You are the reason why the struggle is still alive, and we must continue. As a matter of fact, you say where have I been? I've been around, just that I've been facing some challenges, and I spoke to you back to China. Actually lost a brother, and trying to prepare for the burial, which is coming up first week of April, which is next month. It has really been stressful, and the weight, to the point that it even threw me through sickness and stuff like that. Trying to, recover, stuff like that.
Oh,
But
my brother.
glory be to
So
God,
sorry.
we are here. This is why we are fighting for our freedom, because when we are when we are free, if indeed we live in a free nation, a free country, when some things happen, what we feel, the stress we feel, the weight we feel, it will not be like that, because you live in a free country where whatever little effort you put into life is giving you result that is able to take care of your bills and sort things out, you understand? So that's why we have always been fighting for this freedom. Can I still be heard, or I've been kicked out already, Manzi? Can you still hear me?
Yes, we can hear you
Yes,
loud
we
and
can hear
clear.
you loud and clear. All right, thank you very much. Listening to you from the beginning, I've heard you speak about so many things, from Asari Dokubo to Asa Abuja to the lawyers and every other thing. So I don't know if there is a specific topic you are treating, or I can just speak generally. So if
Yes.
there's a topic. Yes.
The topic is
The topic is
enemies of Biafra,
enemies of
enemies of
Biafra.
our freedom are cost. Enemies of Biafra, enemies of our freedom are cost. That is the topic, and everybody should come on board and support our government. So you can speak through that line.
Can
Thank
speak
you.
through that line. Thank you. All right, thank you very much. Indeed, there's no better way to put it than they are cost, because it is only a cost person that will not want to accept a blessing. It is only when one is cost that the person fight against freedom. Today we are very good. We are good at speaking at the sources of other people. We want to make example of other countries like Dubai, Finland, United States of America, Europe, and stuff like that. We are very good at making examples of all these countries that are doing very well, and in most cases, populations of most of these countries are nothing to compare to Biafra population, you understand? But we are only good at making references, making example of countries that have been able to fight for their freedom, and today they are competing in the international stage. And every time we come up to, use them as a point of reference. But when we say, let us come together, let us unite to fight for our freedom, you see these people, because of the cause they carry, they fight against the common good of the people, the common freedom of the people. Like we have always said, yes, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, other things shall be added unto you. That kingdom of God is freedom, because when you are free, it is only in freedom that you can have the best of security. It is only in freedom that you can have the best of social amenities. It is only in freedom that you can have the best economy. It is only in freedom that you can have the best innovation, the best education, the best infrastructure, the best roads, electricity, and industries. Whatever you can think of, you can only have such in freedom, you understand, not in slavery. So, and those that don't like freedom, even when you are trying to make these things good, when you are trying to make life better, comfortable for yourself, because they are anti-freedom, they don't like freedom, they will fight against the good that you are trying to make happen. This is the typical example of what Nigeria is all about. That's why you see indigenous people, the poor citizens, they provide everything themselves, they provide work for themselves, despite the fact that the government does not even provide work. When the poor citizens try to provide something to do, it is the government that will still come and crumble everything that the poor citizens, create for themselves. Provide electricity by way of generator, they dig their own personal borehole, even a lot of things that they do for themselves, but because the government of Nigeria is anti-development, it is anti-freedom, it is anti-good. They will always fight against the common people, the effort of the common people. You know, you will see them picking up some of these people on the street, locking them up, throwing them into black market. These are people that are hustling, struggling so that they can stay off crime, so that they can fend for themselves, they can take care of their children, their family. Let's see, suppress them, the government fight against them with taxes, different tax force, terrorists, they call tax force, like we have Basi in Iran, you know, different kind of terrorists, they call tax force to terrorize the people, you understand? So why are they doing this? It's as a result of the fact that they carry a cause. So the cause will not allow them to accept good. The cause will not allow them to accept freedom for anybody. The cause will want them to see everybody cry in pain, cry, you know, gnash their teeth. That is the cause, you understand? But thank God that there are a lot of us, many of us that want freedom, that want a better life, that want everybody to really do well, you know, that want to live the way, and I want to see our societies the way Dubai is, the way the Bahamas is, the way European countries are, the way American is, the way all the developed countries of the world are, you understand? So there are a lot of us. There are even more of us that want this, you understand? So this is why we have always campaigned that we must come together and unite and do what is needful, you understand? So sometimes when you see these lawyers of our leaders, Mazim Nadikan, speaking, the people that have kept him where he is, the lawyers were used to keep him where he is today. You understand? Just imagine a lawyer that studied under Nigeria, a lawyer that studied, a lawyer that is paid with Nigeria currency, a lawyer that has his allegiance to Nigeria, whatever constitution or whatever it is, system. Imagine that a lawyer coming to defend a Biafran to have freedom. Possible. So fools, chronic fools that are still believing in these lawyers, because lawyers are the reason why our leader, Mazina Dekano, is where he is today. Because if we really focus, if we really put all our resources and our energy together and focus on handling this issue politically, internationally, do what we need to do to mount pressure on Nigeria, our leader would have been asked today. You understand? What are we trying to say? Look at the Iranian people who were protesting for over 47 years. The Islamic regime of Ayatollah. You understand? So, not that America did not know about it, but the recent one, from January, within weeks, about 32,000 people were killed. And whenever Donald Trump is making statement, he will say that terrorist that was involved in the death of 32,000 innocent protesters has been neutralized, has been eliminated. He's always making reference to it. So the question you want to ask yourself is that, who is willing to make the sacrifice? Who is willing to make himself available for our people to be free? Our people are so scared. We are so scared, you understand? I get up before no be property. What evidence are you going to present to Donald Trump or to the United States of America that you are being killed when you protest? Today, our people will always wait for Yoruba brothers to come to our land because they feel like if our Yoruba brothers come to protest in our land, they will not touch them because we are too scared, too afraid of this worthless life, that even somebody will have a problem of 10,000 naira, 50,000 naira and run to us. We cannot solve that problem because we don't have what it takes to solve it. We are so afraid of this life. So it simply means, looking at it, it's like we are not even ready to be free, because if we are ready to be free, this should be the time that Donald Trump is always making reference to all these terrorists of Iran, how they kill innocent protester, 32,000 innocent protesters. If that can never be our case, then our freedom is still far ahead. You understand? And when you see all these lawyers speaking, don't believe in these lawyers. If we do the right thing, work with Washington DC like the Biafra Republic government is doing. If all resources are together, we put our hands together, defense very tight. When they can kill us, there will be people to confront them, to defend our people, to save our people. All this one we are talking will not be what we'll be talking here. You understand? Just imagine the Iranian during the protest, they were running around trying to burn all these terrorist police stations and their bases. You know, they will pour fuel, and they cannot even burn a window, and they cannot even burn any part of it. You understand that? By the time they did the needful, they make their matter international, and it got to Washington D.C. Washington D.C. Donald Trump saw how they killed them, and America stepped in. Israel stepped in. The police station they were trying to run around to burn, halfway into burn. Look at with one bomb like this, the whole police station is flattened. One bomb dropped by America, one bomb dropped by Israel like this. The whole terrorist base is flattened. The whole terrorist infrastructure, missile infrastructure, nuclear infrastructure are flattened with just a drop of bomb. With just a drop of bomb, the head of terrorists and all the command, all the heads of the terrorists are taken out. You understand? So what are we trying to say? If we focus on the right aspect, where we should focus, not all these Nigerian lawyers. These Nigerian lawyers, they are just there to make money. They are using that to make money to lock up our leader, make our leader incommunicado. After that, they become like this man. What is his name? This Epice man. What should be name again? I've forgotten his name. This man that own Epice.
Alan
Our brother that
Onyama.
own Alan. Yes, they become another Alan Oyema. You understand? So they another Alan Oyema. That is what they are fighting for. But fools who do sense will not understand all of these things. They still believe in them. You understand? That is quite unfortunate. But if we really know what we want and we focus on the right things, work with Washington DC. Sometimes I even look at it that even trying to go and bomb police station, trying to go and attack police station, just a waste of time. Just do the right things. Make the international community understand what is happening. Most of all these terrorists like Uho Pusodima, Sheriff, Udwaga, all these terrorists like Soludo. Once America steps in, and America has seen the evil they are doing, how they are killing the innocent civilian, innocent citizens. Once America find out, it doesn't take just one drone like this can take one American drone like this, and America will drop. Once one drone like this that Israel will drop, we take off Hope Uzodimma, can take off Soludo, can take off them Sheriff and all these terrorists that are terrorizing our people in our land, can take off all these terrorist groups like Agunecheba, Ibubago, whatever you call. Can't you see what Israel is doing in Iran? All these Basid, they are just like all these Ibubago and Agunecheba, the terrorist group. This is what Basid is all about. Mountain roadblock, checkpoints everywhere. Can't you see what Israel is doing today? Just one drone like this, we kill all of them. You understand? That's just a matter of focus on the right thing, know the right thing. Let us pull our resources together. Let us pull our energy together and do the right thing. So when America steps in, get involved in this, that is the beginning of our freedom. You understand? There's no point trying to say you want to go and rally around to bomb police station, you want to go and tackle one terrorist. It won't be like that. Let us know the right thing, do the right thing, and let the right people step in. Because everybody deserves freedom. Just like the Iranians deserve freedom. We Biafrans, we also, is it because we are black-skinned people? If the Iranians that are white-skinned deserve freedom, we that are black skinned also deserve freedom because we still have the same blood, or red blood cell flowing through us. We still have the same red blood flowing through all our veins. You understand? We deserve freedom too, but it's quite unfortunate that our people, some of our people do not really know what they want. That is why they are not here to eat from Nigeria, want to eat from Biafra. Their one leg is here, their other leg is here. And They don't really know what they are doing. I'm talking about Asari Dokubo, you made mention of earlier. This is a man that is not even useful to himself. If he is useful to himself, probably he would have been able to guide himself to have a proper shape to start with. You understand? So we will have know the right food, the right exercise to do. You know, all these people with obesity, like the one they call like Jide in TBC, all these people with obesity, they are always frustrated with themselves. You understand? They are always frustrated with themselves because most time they try to move, they cannot even carry this. So that frustration make them to commit a lot of crimes, a lot of havoc, do a lot of evil. You understand? So Asari Dokubo is not useful to himself in the first place, not to talk of his community, not to talk of the Biafran people. He cannot be useful to the Biafran people, you understand? So I don't really, it's only people that are listening to, you know, these people are so boastful, they are so proud, you understand? Their pride and their ego, you know, evil is so proud, evil is so arrogant, and this is what is leading to their death. Look at the terrorists of Iran, the IRGC. Their pride has been one thing that is pointing them out to be decimated. You understand? Because they feel like they are evil, they feel like the world is in their hands, but they don't even know that there's somebody out there that is stronger than they are. You understand? So when you see the likes of Asali Dokubo boasting, because they are evil, they feel like they have it all. You understand? But unfortunately, it's our people that are really giving them the chance, the opportunity to be doing all of these things. Understand? Because if we really focus our attention on the right things, do the right things, believe you me, with time, all these people, you will see them no more. You understand? You will see them no more. And to as Abuja, should not be cutting corners. A man of his caliber should be brave enough to call a spade a spade. You understand? Today you are speaking in favor of Nnamdi Kanu, but you are still eating from Nigeria. I know he wants to be diplomatic so that they don't take his food away. But what is he afraid of? This food, this oil is our oil. You understand? What are you afraid of? Are you telling me that all these Hausa, whatever they team up together, they are going? Is that what you're talking about? Just a matter of aligning your people, align with your people, and do the needful. Yes, and do the needful. Like how that Nigeria was created as a business enterprise for the British. Yes, that is the truth. So if Nigeria is representing the interest of British, so what makes you think that your ingenious
Oh, unfortunately, the network kicked our brother out. It's quite unfortunate. Everyone that is fighting against our freedom, you are the enemy of Biafra. Anyone that is fighting against our freedom is an enemy of Biafra. You are the enemy of Biafra. Very, very important.
okay.
Our leader, the Kano. Yeah, Rage, welcome back.
Yeah, Reg, welcome back. Okay, I was kicked out by the network.
Okay,
You understand?
go ahead.
So this
Go ahead.
okay, this name Nigeria we all know is a foreign name. It's not our indigenous name. So the name is not for your interest, it's for the British interest. You understand? And this name was imposed on you to take away your identity, to take away your culture, to take away your belief system, to take away your way of worship. You understand? And you can see that today, even Britain is aligning with the terrorists from Iran. Most of the European countries have banned the IRGC, but it is only Britain that is here to ban them. Britain and a few of the European countries that is here to ban them. You understand? But most of the European countries have banned them. So you can see that Britain is aligning with Islam. So when they try to change your worship system, your belief system, because this name Nigeria is a foreign entity that is imposed on you to take away your identity. This is why you see young children of these days, they don't even know that like over 100 years ago, there was not a called Nigeria. 120 years ago, 130 years ago, there was not a called Nigeria. I made example on social media year one that I was speaking with a guy, and I was saying that it's not his fault that God made him in Nigeria. So he didn't even know that his grandfather were not Nigeria. If your grandfather that gave birth to you are not Nigerians, how are you Nigeria? Why should a foreigner come and convert you? They did not even give you a name that is indigenous to you, a foreign name, Nigeria. They give it to you, and you are running with it. You want to kill your brother just to defend this foreign name. If this foreign name that is taking away your identity, that is taking away your culture, that is taking away your religion, your belief system, your view towards life, you want to kill your brothers and sisters just to protect this foreign identity that is given to you. So it's quite unfortunate, and it's quite, that is a black man, a black man will really need a very strong redemption from God before a black man could be redeemed, you understand? But all the same, we need to be steadfast and remain resolute, no matter what happens, you know. Sometimes this is why we keep coming. Not that we don't really have enough resources to be online, but because of our hunger and our drive, no matter where life pushes us to, no matter the stress we go through, no matter the setback we face, no matter the heartache, the headache, whatever ache we face, we are still going to come back and speak about our freedom. You understand? So once again, Mazi David, I really want to say a very big thank you. The enemy of our freedom, they carry a curse, and that curse cannot allow them to accept anything good. They cannot allow anything, they cannot allow anybody to smile. That curse cannot allow them to see anybody smile. That curse cannot allow them to see anybody free. That curse cannot live a good life. That curse cannot allow them to see any have 24/7 electricity, to have good hospital medical care, to have a good road network, to have good education for their kids, affordable and accessible. That curse cannot allow them. This is why you see them fight against the freedom of the people. You understand? Because they carry a curse, and they themselves, they are not happy too. What we suffer is what they suffer, no matter the worthless naira that Nigeria has bribed them with. At the end of the day, even a million naira in Nigeria is like a paper. It's like very useless. What Nigerian money should be next to the Iranian money. I learned that 2 point something Iranian money is equivalent to $1. You understand? I think Nigeria should be next to the Iranian money. You understand? So this is the kind of life they have accepted to live. A life of terrorism, life of genocide. They are comfortable with it, you understand? They are comfortable because they feel like this is the best they can have, you understand? But it's quite unfortunate, but we must continue, we must move forward. Thank you very much for the opportunity, Master David. Before I hear the mic, I will still say, oh no memla rone nuwe wo. Oh no memla rone nuwe wo. Oh no memla rone nuwe wo. Usiwo mufoma we Biafra wo kabo. Ikwora kbo wene nuwe wo. Ikwore Biafra wene nuwe wo. Ikwori soko wene nuwe wo. Usiwo mufoma we Biafra wo kabo yo. Thank you very much, my brother. I hear the mic here.
Thank you, my brother Rage. Before you go, please, who did you say you are bereaved? Who did you lose? Who died? Rage, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I say who
Yes,
died?
I say who died? Yes, a brother of mine. Yes, a brother of mine. A brother of mine. Yes.
Oh my God! Sorry, my brother.
Oh my God! Sorry, my brother. Our condolences. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
So thank you so much, our brother,
Thank you so much,
for being part of this
for
program.
being part of this program. Why have you not beaten? So I'm
Really
your mom is
appreciate
fighting.
you. If you can mute your mic,
If you can mute your
thank you
mic,
so much.
thank
So thank you so much, our brother Reg and Fury, for being part of this program this morning. I really appreciate you. And we send on behalf of me and my fellow Biafrans, my listeners on this platform of the questionnaire, we send our sincere condolences to you and family, and may Chukwu Okike give you the grace, the fortitude to bear the loss. The loss of a brother is a big loss as well. The loss of everyone, because all of us, we want to see Biafra, but unfortunately, God's will is not our will. So we send our sincere condolences to you. So Biafrans, thank you for being part of this program. One thing that we have established here today is that the enemies of Biafra, the enemies of Biafra, the enemies of LAND.WE are costs. The freedom are cost. Those who don't want us to be free, they are all cost. What and what Biafra public government in exile is doing, all of them are cost. Those who try to promote one Nigeria as against the stand of our leader, all of them are cost. Those who want us to go into election as against the stand of our leader and Biafran Republic government in exile, all of them are cost. We want to make a promise to every one of them. As long as we are alive and living, we the Biafran people, we are fanatical about our freedom, and we cannot allow anybody to take that right of freedom from us. It doesn't matter whether you are a relation to our leader. It doesn't matter whether you are the wife, you are the siblings. It doesn't matter whether you are at the hierarchy of any command. It doesn't matter whether you are the legal team. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu is not the Biafran that we are fighting. Biafra is for every Biafran. And it is not only the prerogative right of anybody to fight for Biafra. So we are now in a government, and that government is Biafran Republic government in exile. This government is the government that is championing the freedom of Biafra at this particular time. So anybody that's doing anything otherwise, you are the enemy of our freedom, and curse will be upon you, will be upon your generation, will be upon you. A lot of people have died. Biafrans have died. Properties have been lost. Women, children, elderly, young have died. Our leader lost his parents as a result of Biafra. Our leader is being incarcerated as a result of Biafra. So anything that you do that is not for the benefit of Biafran restoration, you are cursed, and cursed shall you remain. N'aha Chukwu Okike Abiama, ise, ise, ise. So while we're still listening to, I want to play the broadcast of our leader. I want to play it to finish. So I want you all to listen and enjoy, because every broadcast of our leader is very much educating, and mind-blowing. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please try as much as possible to do so right now, and share our broadcast. Make your comments so that we know where you are watching us from. Very, very important. And some of the comments we see here, Mazi David, thank you, Mazi David, for your good work and consistency. We appreciate. Thank you, my brother. Kloyoshi, thank you. You are a good Biafran, consistent as ever. Charles Orji, Biafrans, please maintain your position. Say no to any form of distraction. Biafra is here. Of course, Biafra is here. We will not allow ourselves to be distracted by the agents of the zoo. By the agent of the zoo, we can never allow ourselves to be distracted. Another tweet said, Mazin and the Kanu we know can never abandon Biafra, not even now. Exactly. Our leader that we know, no matter anything that you people are doing, you go and meet him, you come out and conjure one thing or the other, thinking that Biafrans will believe you. Our leader Mazin that we know can never abandon Biafra project. So all of you will be on your own. Ndewo nwa Chineke, Rage and Fury, my heartfelt condolences to you and your family for your loss. May Chukwu Okike Abiama give you all the fortitude to bear the irreparable loss. Be strong. Yes, Rage lost a brother, a relation, and we are saying condolences to him. Another one says, Nnemeka Ejiofor is daring the spirit of Biafra, and surely he will dance Surugede. Don't dare the spirit unless you are ready to dance Surugede. Okay? I'm going to be showing the tweet that, this one says, Nigerian government wants to use all of them to frustrate and convince our leader, but our leader knows what they are not, that they are not for Biafra. Of course, Nigerian government are using most of them because they are in Nigeria. They are being paid by the Nigerian state. Nigerian government is funding most of their trips. So they have to do what they have to do to deceive our leader. But Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not, you can't deceive him for long. This their 100 men of 18 is their usual shenanigans. They can't deceive us any longer. Of course, they can't deceive us any longer. These 100 men, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu talk, the 100 men are in Biafran Republic government in exile. The criteria for 100 men is those who are pure in heart, those who can sacrifice everything sacrificable, those who can stand for Biafra, even at gunpoint. And that is what BRGIE is doing. So the 100 men are in BRGIE, not the 100 men of detention, not the 100 men that Nigerian government, they want to bring out a problem for Biafrans in the homeland, where if you belong, the Nigerian government will go and harass you, kidnap you, and do all manner of harassment and intimidation. So anything on 100 men is a Nigerian government project. So these are some of the tweets. Greetings, Biafrans. These are some of the tweets that we saw today. And I really appreciate every one of you. So thank you for being part of this program. Another tweet I would say said, share this information so that other people will get notification and be able to, join and see and get educated as well. Very, very important. So thank you so much as we continue to play this message of our leader, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu.
We must rise up and fight until Nigeria is partitioned. We must all rise up and fight the same way that Britain fought to leave the EU. We must all fight to leave this unholy union. If you stay in it, you will die there. Ask Benno what is happening to them. Because you are in one Nigeria, that is why your villages are being renamed. Ask Plateau people, they will tell you. Why are you suffering today? Because you are in one Nigeria. If you had your own country, or willingly or freely enter into an agreement to forge a country on alliance with other people, this nonsense cannot be happening. If you remain in one Nigeria, every Fulani in the Sahel, every product of darkness that the Fulani race has ever given birth to will descend upon you, and you are gone, and God forbid. Why do you think they bought over Facebook? They understand what they are doing. They know what they are doing. And before you realize it, will be too late for all of you. Because some corrupt tendencies in the West access to oil and gas for free. And Fulani can give it to them. I advise each and every one of you who are not very familiar with Lugard's report on amalgamation, and I want Karamonde to please release it. Sister Karamonde to release the full report of amalgamation so that people can study it. You will see the reason why they amalgamated the North and the South, and what they said about Fulani Janjaweed. You'll be amazed. Those things are still prevalent till this very day. I want the British to understand this. I want the Efulefu Brigade to understand this. I want all those Constituent Nigerians to understand this. I want all those who are inferior, suffering from inferiority complex, to understand as well. We are confronting Fulani terrorists from Sahel and their sympathizers in the Nigerian Army and Police and Navy. And we don't want to confront them. They should stay out of this. When Biafra is established, we will have a normal relationship with Britain, the same way that USA has one with them. USA fought Britain to be free. Today, they are closest of allies. Japan fought Britain. Today, they are very, very close, including Germany as well. The same thing will also happen to us. We are going to be very close with them eventually, but we're not to capitulate. Some of you idiotic do not understand what ESN is doing on a daily basis in our land, trying to defend us from those hell-bent on killing us. The State Commissioner of Police in Ebonyi State is, or a Fulani stooge. There's something in Enugu State as well. And they are helping their people to take over our land by force. And some of you are busy clapping for them. You are clapping for them. Do you know that today outsiders were asking us for help today? I was shocked when I read this today. Somebody wrote from Kaduna State. He said, "Dear ESN, please, we need your assistance in Benin, Kaduna State, and Faskari, Sabua, Yankara, Dandume in Katsina as well." One, Benin Gwari is in Kaduna State. Faskari, Sabua, Yankara, Dandume are all in Katsina State. The people in those communities are unable to sleep in their homes. In Faskari local government, there is daily attacks by Fulani in the area. Please come and save our lives. ESN, we lay down and beg you. A man was writing this today as a comment. And so I'll read it out for the whole world to hear. They recognize that his own ESN who can help. Even in Katsina State. Katsina State is owned by Hausa people. But the Fulanis, they came south from Niger. That's why he wrote to Chichibi Kamechi to build a rail line to Buhari's natural village in Niger. All of you are clapping. How hopeless. As I keep saying, I don't want to get upset and say things that Elohim may hold against me sometime in the future. But here I am reading for you a message from a Hausa man saying, dear ESN, please, we need you. And he mentioned the villages. We are Fulani are slaughtering them because they are in one Nigeria. Hausa Fulani, one Nigeria. Hausa Fulani, one Nigeria. What's happening today in Brgie in Kaduna State? What is happening in Faskari, Sabua, Yankara, Dandume in Kaduna State? What is going on? Because you believe in Nigeria, that is why you are dying. Ask the governor of Kaduna State that believes in one Nigeria, why did you take your child out of school this evening? Why? They will tell you it's because of terrorism and banditry. Who brought the terrorism and banditry? The same Kaduna State governor, El Rufai. Black people, you have a mental problem, believe you me. Only if you can reason. Only if black people can reason. Only if things won't be the way they are today. Even when it is very clear and obvious to everybody that Eastern Security Network ESN is only protecting the people of the East against terrorists and killer headsmen, the Nigerian army is busy trying to kill as many people as possible in the name of hunting down ESN. All the governors you have, the Hopus are the mouths of this, not even a governor, the Sariki Fulani, you know what? Everybody wants to please the Fulani because they want money, they want to stay in power, they want to stay in office. We are not going to allow that at all. We can't allow it. If you say we cannot sleep in our land, you yourself cannot sleep. Army will not sleep, police will not sleep. Nobody is going to go to sleep. We are all going to die there. Let me make it very clear. If you are an army, it doesn't matter how many you are, you will die in the land of Biafra, I assure you, before all of you will die there. You think now it's like before you come, you terrorize, you put fear into people and you get away scot-free. Not anymore. If you kill, you'll be killed. I'm telling you the truth. If you every police station where you mount this your raid and arrest from, it's only a matter of time. Only a matter of time. You can't escape justice. Only a matter of time. I assure you. There are mad people everywhere. It beats my imagination why and how Nigerian governors and Eastern governors, to be precise, will ignore the enemies terrorizing their land only and attack ESN, who are there to protect and to secure the lives of our people. I don't know if it's envy, as somebody wrote. I don't know if it is wickedness. I don't know if it is madness. I don't know what it is. ESN is there to protect our land. And you're fighting ESN. I don't know if you are mad, if you're insane, if you are foolish, if you're envious, or if you're downright hopeless. I don't know which of these diseases one afflicted you. But you are in a country you call Nigeria. And in that same country you call Nigeria, somebody who calls himself transport minister said he went to Niger Republic. It's in the Punch newspaper. I begged the Niger Republic to let Nigeria construct free railway for them. And now you ask yourself, where will you get the money to construct this free railway? Some will say it's loan from China. Yes. Loan from China, secured on what? The collateral is oil and gas sales in the future. Where does this oil and gas come from? From Biafra land. Now, it's simple common sense. Does Biafra land have standard gauge railway line? The answer is no. But have you come to beg us if you build railways for us? The answer is no. But he went to Niger Republic to beg them. And some of you claim you went to school. And you are in the stupid, damnable zoological republic. The project will cost $1.95 billion. Money from Biafra land, oil and gas. That's when Britain says they send that money. We need that gas and oil. And that's why they're talking rubbish about Nigeria becoming one. And you, in your black African idiotic way of life of recourse, you allow them to do whatever they like. Now is the time to rise up and say enough is enough. Let Niger Republic take care of itself. Every day they come to us with war, talking about war. You can't break Nigeria without war or bloodshed. But did Nigeria become independent by going to war? Britain owned Nigeria. They could have done with Nigeria everything they well damn liked. Nobody could have done anything about it. You can't break Nigeria without war or bloodshed. So that means that LAND.WE and Majiri Arewa Consultative Forum, they know nothing about referendum. They are telling us that we're a conquered people. Because if we are in a union, as Britain and America is claiming that Nigeria is a union, then you ask me what I want. Not to tell me I have to go to war. If I want to, if I want to exercise the will of the people, I have to go to war. Yorubas are saying that they want to be free. Biafrans are saying they want to be free. Not minding what idiots like Edwin Clark are saying, all those fools. In Abuja, Aborigine, count us out of any Biafra or do the one. I don't know what this, maybe you go to the north and they give you flour and they put something in it. Some of you drink and you come back and you're talking rubbish. As our dear brother said, anytime you hear we Niger Delta, you know there's no money in their pocket anymore. Who gave us the word Biafra when we all forgot about it? And the German, useless fools everywhere. Who told us about Biafra? Wasn't a German? Can't a job out of this Biafra in Abuja when the time comes now? You know there's rain, heavy rain. You heard of that? Heavy rain is falling. Very soon it will fall in by us. Idiots everywhere. You can't without war. We are going to cripple the zoo. We are going to stand up to fight for our right to be free. We are not subjects of Fulani Caliphate. Fools can subscribe to that. Not this very IPOB that I lead. It can happen. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. And understand it. You know, they just toothless bulldog. They can't do anything. It's online. They're online. They're toothless. And I agree with you. If this toothless bulldog can be doing this thing when it has no teeth, imagine when it grows the teeth, what will happen? They are no longer. I'm no longer as a Manachi today. Nobody's having that name. That small boy. Overnight, we are now adults. Oh dear, zoological republic. They have no idea what is coming. They think if they arrest people, if you put them in Abuja, if you torture people and get them to confess, if you rape our women somehow, we will say, oh no, let's stop. You are building up more hatred and anger for Nigeria Army and Nigeria Police. Keep doing what you're doing. You tried the same thing in the Northeast against Boko Haram. Boko Haram was a peaceful movement. It was Nigeria Police that kept on killing them until they turned violent. They think that you idiotic Nigerians must get into your skull. That is why I am measured in my critique or criticism of Boko Haram. They were peaceful. It was the Nigeria Police and Army that kept killing them to the point where they now turned violent. Is that not the truth? Come and be arresting, parade them all you like. That police commissioner, the day we catch your children, we will parade them as well. I want to assure you. Before I do something, I say, I announce it in the public, so you know it's me. You know who to hold responsible. I warned all of you. The army and the police in our land, you will die there. I swear to God Almighty, you will die in Biafra land. All of you will die there. Keep arresting and parading. Keep killing innocent people. That is entirely your business. The more you kill us, the angrier we become. The more determined we become. The more fanatical we become. You try this thing in the northeast of the zoo in Bruno. What happened today? What happened? Are you not running and begging for their lives? Keep doing the nonsense you're doing. And you see what will happen to you. Think I have any apology to make for any of this nonsense? Of course not. Consultative Forum National Publicity, Emmanuel Yahweh. You know how foolish our people are when they want to issue all these inocuous statements. They use a Christian, use Go on, who was a Christian, to do the evil deeds. As Britain is using Flan is using some of you who are English people. Arewa Consultative Forum National Publicity Secretary is Emmanuel Yahweh. He's a Christian, but he's working with the Janjaweed. He is working with Janjaweed. Very, very sad indeed. He said Nigeria is a free country and everyone is entitled to his opinion. I am entitled to mine. You sent me to detention because I freely expressed my opinion. That's all, but I want to be Biafra. I want to be free. Yes, I sent him to jail. Country. And everyone is entitled to his opinion. I am entitled to mine. You sent me to detention because I freely expressed my opinion. That's all, but I want to be Biafra. I want to be free. Yes, I sent him to jail.
Thank you for listening. You have listened to our leader about what Nigeria is all about, and nobody needs to tell you that Nigeria is not workable anymore. The only people that are sustaining Nigeria for now are the enemies of Biafra. And these people that are enemies of Biafra, they are cursed in our land. And because of that curse they carry, they continue to fight against our freedom, but eventually we are going to triumph. Biafra will be free. And I want to use this opportunity to let the world, the one Nigerianist, the likes of Ejimako, Nnameka Ejiofor, and all those one Nigerianists who don't want to appreciate the great work of Brgie, the great work of Ogechukwu Nkere. I want them to know that our government is very functional, our government is active, and our government is focused. Just recently, our Prime Minister sent a condolence message to Nigerians that are affected by the Maiduguri bombing. This is the man that is in charge of Biafra at this particular time. And all his efforts in Washington, D.C. must be appreciated. So when anybody tells you that our leader is sending a 100-man committee, that committee is null and void because we have a government that is representing Biafra in Washington, D.C. And we have a prime minister that is also active. Very, very important. And I want to play that condolence message.
Especially innocent civilians. That is why Biafra Republic of Exile Brigade has passed legislation formalizing our solidarity with the support for Christians in northern and middle belt Nigeria, who continue to face targeted violence and persecution. Our legislation Bill 0226 is to grant Christians that have been persecuted in Middle Belt and in northern Nigeria a citizenship citizenship in Biafra land. Biafra is totally restored and liberated. Biafra will be a safe haven for them. Please support the cause of Biafra, leaders of this free world, because our life matters. And we Biafrans, we try to coexist with these monsters, but with their terrorism, insecurity daily, we are not compatible. To save life, we urge the Middle Belt to stand up and ask for their own country, and why the Biafran people are fighting to exit the disgraced country called Nigeria. The leaders of Nigeria sponsor insecurity. They sponsor the terrorists. How do you expect Nigerian government to stop the insecurity or to stop the terrorism? Nigeria is a second Iran. They have the same ideology of how to Islamize the entire region and how to wipe the Biafran people from their ancestral land. We Biafrans are Christians, will remain Christians, and the Biafra land must be liberated. Once again, I offer my deepest sympathies and condolences to the victims and their family. We are all in this together. We will fight to be free from a failed state, a failed country called Nigeria. Shame to the British government for sponsoring terrorism, for sponsoring insecurity in Nigeria. Shame to the British government for not condemning the genocide against the Christians, for not condemning the insecurity that is happening around the globe. Thank you all from here. God bless the state of America. God bless Biafra Republic.
God indeed will bless the Republic, United States of Biafra. So thank you so much, Biafrans. See you next time, and bye from here.